Hey, so this is kind of I have kind of a mini thrift haul, but this is also, I guess, a life update, chit chat, someone another. If you hear loud banging and what sounds like barking, that is my neighbors above me. Their dog is very loud and running around. Actually, they have more than one dog. This is something I deal with all the time with them. Anyway, I had seen Josh today for the first time since basically the breakup, and we hung out a little bit. We talked, went to the thrift store, the pound store, one of them. We were gonna hang out longer, but that didn't end up happening. He said a friend wanted to have dinner. I was a little disappointed on that end because I thought we were just gonna like try to chill and whatever. But we did spend like, I guess, just a little over 3 hours together between the thrifting and driving and all that. We talked a little bit in the car about all the stuff with some of the stuff that we kind of, during the breakup stuff, there was kind of a lot of back and forth and things that were said that weren't the nicest to me, and he apologized for a lot of things that he said that, he admitted that they were unfair or insensitive. And yeah, I appreciate him apologizing to me. It is really hard to see, like, I missed him, so, like, I hadn't seen him basically in 2.5 weeks, because I saw him, like, the day before he texted and broke up with me, and I've been really emotional. Like, I've been pretty much crying since he left. It's really hard. Like, I'm surprised I got myself together this much, and I'm still kind of teary-eyed, but, I just, I do these updates because I feel like maybe it's important to somebody. I don't know. It's hard to date somebody just long enough where you fall for them and then have them realize that they have no romantic feelings towards you. And it's really hard when you do have a connection with somebody, and like there is some obvious parts to that, like we do have fun together, and he says he really enjoys my company too, and he really enjoyed being around me, and that he was happy I wasn't a boring person, and that's something that he's come across a lot when dating in the past, as people are just boring or whatever, which I get. I've been there plenty. I need a moment. I had to grab a tissue. Anyway, like he said, he was really attracted to me and all that stuff, and we did have a lot in common, and he thought, like, he got really excited in the beginning of dating because he thought more would come of that, and he said he just had the realization. I don't know exactly when he had the realization. I kind of forgot to ask like when exactly it was, but he said it was, I guess, maybe a couple weeks before he broke up with me. So I'm wondering if that was like, see, I'm trying to figure out if this was, I think it had to have been after Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is whenever we had officially became boyfriend and girlfriend, and he was the first one to call me his girlfriend. I think that what happened was maybe it was the week after, whenever things just kind of got weird anyway, and I think that might have been whenever he really realized it. I don't know. see, I kind of kicked myself because I didn't ask him when exactly. He just said that he felt bad, and he was having a hard time. He said, you know, he was trying to kind of try to drop hints a little bit, and I was like, yeah, but also he said that, you know, his original thing was that he wasn't really, because he was so busy, that he was looking for something more casual anyway, but then just because he was into me and enjoyed my company and stuff, that he was willing to try. But he also apologized, like, he said, I'm sorry if I misled you, and I was like, yeah, that I really did feel a little misled, because from what I thought since he had called me his girlfriend first and all that stuff, that it was going the way that I thought it was, and that I thought things were good, and that there was potential, and, you know, we're talking a lot of just about future plans and all that, and then so I just feel like my world had got wrecked whenever he broke up with me, and, you know, feeling a lot of that again, feeling a lot of those feelings, just a lot of disappointment, and just feeling very, very mournful. I think that's like the best word to describe it. Oh my god. You know, I've mentioned this before, just in general, like, dating's hard for me in general. I mean, I know dating's hard for a lot of people, but I'm very picky. I really am. Like, self-admittedly picky. And I feel like there's all these little pieces that I want in somebody, and I just felt a very strong pull towards him and a very strong connection, and that's really hard for me to, like, ignore. I don't know. It's definitely I don't know how to ignore that, or if I can ever really ignore that, unless, like, in my head, it's like, unless somebody else comes in and I feel that same sort of, like, pull, and, like, they meet those things, like, the humor and intelligence and, like, creativity and, like, openness and the spirit, like, it's really hard to think that somebody else can come in like that. Like, I know it's not impossible, it's just when I'm so focused on him, and just, it's really hard for me to get over it. And I don't know if I'll ever fully get over that. I just think that if I find someone else, it would just distract from that feeling, and it wouldn't hurt as much, but it's, like, hard to put yourself out there too. And I don't know, I feel like I'm just, like, not really being the most clear right now, because I feel like my brain is just, like, in this trap, and just being really emotional, and, like, trying not to fucking, like, lose my mind completely. So that also makes it a lot harder when I'm, like, trying not to, like, completely just sob again, because I've been doing that a lot. I mean, he left, like, just a little after 6, and, like, literally as soon as I got back up here, I just start crying, and it's been over 3 hours, and I have to go to work soon. I'm just like not in the mood for any of this. I just want to lay down and just like cry myself to sleep. I want to be held right now. It's just like that was the other part, like, you know, I gave him a big hug and everything before I left, and I was just like, there's always that part where it's like, I don't want to let go of this person, and it hurts because there's such a loss there. Even though, like, a lot of people are like, well, isn't it harder to like try to be friends with him if you love him? Like, isn't that hurting you more? And it's just like, no, honestly, it hurt me more not to have him in my life. This is just like, I think just the waiting period in between the breakup and all that, like, I wish he would have done it in person, because I feel like a lot of this shit, it's been built up. I think that's like part of the issues. It's been really built up in my head. You know, it's been 2.5 weeks and of it just rolling around in my fucking head. And of course I always am gonna forget to ask a question, and so I don't know, I guess the next time I see him I'll just be like, hey, I forgot to ask you this or this. I'll make a new list of anything I feel like I didn't get clarity on. I mean, I hit the main ones, the main questions, I think. I mean, maybe I didn't really get clear answers on things, like, I was hoping for more specifics, but maybe it's just, you can't always know the specifics. Because I asked him, like, what he meant when he said he didn't find my personality romantically attractive, and he's just like, I don't know, I see his friend, like, I don't feel romantic towards the personality, like, it's hard to think, like, I was like, yeah, but we had so much in common and everything, and like, we like really can like banter and all this stuff. He's like, yeah, and that's true, like, we do have a lot in common, and we do have a really good time together. He's just like, it just doesn't always translate to romance in my head. And he kind of touched on some of his issues with relationships, which I kind of, yeah, I kind of guessed that a little bit, and I kind of brought that up, but you can't make people ready either. So you definitely can't make someone feel romantic towards you. I mean, I guess I've had friends who fell in love with me, now that I think about it. So, one of my friends did fall in love with me, apparently. He told me a while ago, and I never saw him that way, though. I only ever saw him like, he was like more like a brother to me, which I was always very clear about with him, so I was a little bit kind of off when he told me he fell for me. I was like, oh, yeah. So that is hard sometimes to let people down. But I've also had where I was friends with somebody for the longest time. I never thought about them in a romantic sense, and then later I fell for them. And I feel like, I guess this was my thought process whenever he broke things off, that I thought that he didn't really give it a chance to like grow into more. And like, there's still part of me that feels that way. Like, I mean, I don't always know, like, you don't necessarily know me long enough to know that it could never happen, because I've known people for years, and then it happened to me later with other people, where something, whether it was, you know, just a number of situations that came up that kind of made that happen, or just like being around somebody more. And I don't know, I'm just in this rambling part of my head, but you know, there's always that part of me that will feel like just the mist I guess missed opportunity. I don't know about missed opportunity. I wish things would have gone better, and I told him that. I said I wish things would have gone better. And there's part of me, like I said, you know, we'll never know, because the way things went, and he kind of got burnt out with my mental health stuff and all that, and I understand I'm difficult sometimes, and my stuff is really bad. And I said, yeah, you just kind of came in at like just the most, one of my really intense moments, and I said, this seems to happen like every other year, where I just have like this fucking just worse bout of fucking depression, where it just kicks my ass for like months, and it's just like a constant fucking thing, and that's what I've been going through. Like, I'll have like weeks here and there, but like I do get these sections where it's like literally 2 months, 3 months, where it's just like full intensity, and I feel like nothing I do gets me out of it, and it's like fucking crazy making. That's what I was telling him. It's like someone keeps flipping a switch in my head, and I don't know what to fucking do with that. And there's part of me that feels like, well, maybe if I wasn't going through all this stuff, like things would have been different. Maybe I would have been more attractive romantically. I don't know. It's hard to know. You can't know, and that's the hard part. So it's gonna sit, just gonna fucking roll around in my brain for a while. I don't know if that piece will ever fully go away. You know, I've gotten sad a few times, just like because I miss him, and then like I've been texting him almost every day, but you know, it's pretty, he only responds a little bit, and I do get frustrated that he doesn't always like get back to me. Like, I like having conversations with him too, but it's, what was I gonna fucking say? Fuck. Oh my god. See now. Oh. Yeah. Having text conversations. I've had a few times where I got sad because I would just get reminded of like why I love this person. And it's always like, oh, there's that fucking piece of me where it's like I'm losing this person on like this intimate level, and this is like something I love about this person, and like I'm not losing that completely, because they're still a friend, like still a friend to me, and they still want to hang out occasionally and stuff. Like, he was talking about hanging out again sometime soonish. I don't know when, because of his school and work and stuff, and I don't want to bother him about it. I told him, I said, you know, just tell me, you know, he wants, oh yeah, that's something else I gotta talk about too. You know, I had found a thing for like making harem pants, like we talked about doing that before when we were dating. So I have this fabric that I found for him, and I said, well, I guess we can keep it here. I said, we can make pants one day. He said, yeah, that sounds good, I'd love to. And the other thing I was gonna say, I had got a mixer, because I had started learning to DJ from my friend. I got my own because I want to practice here too, and I literally just unboxed it today when he was over here. Like, he was originally going to stay longer and we were going to fuck around with it, and I said, well, I guess, I mean, I was really disappointed when he said, do you mind if I got, like, that just, oh, in the fucking heart, man. I don't know, I get so traumatized by disappointment. It's so hard for me. I got hit with like a fucking double whammy, because then it was like, also I was asking about interviews, and he's not going now. I mean, he let me keep the ticket. He said I could bring somebody else, so I'm bringing my friend. But it's like, I really wanted him to go still. I mean, partially just wanting to be around him, but also partially like I really wanted him to have that experience, and I wanted to introduce him to people, and I don't know, I just thought it's something he'd really enjoy, and it's hard to explain. It's not just about like there is a part of my heart being greedy and wanting to be around him more, but it's there's really purely in me, like with the kind of person he is, I think he would really love that environment, and that's something I wanted to see him experience and enjoy. And yeah, it kind of like, I mean, he had a convenient reason too. Like, so the whole thing originally was that's the same weekend as his college graduation, as long as he passes all his classes, which he's trying to. And I had asked him originally when we were dating, I was like, do you want to go this? I said, I noticed it's the same weekend as your graduation. And he said, yeah. And I said, well, I was wondering sure if you cared or not about going. He told me he didn't care about it. But today he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to my graduation. He said that he was starting to feel guilty and that his family really wants him to do his graduation, and his parents did pay for part of his school, and I mean, I understand, but it's convenient. It's just one of those, like, oh, it's a convenient excuse to not go. I mean, I'm glad you don't want your money back for the ticket and that you're just giving it to me, and that's nice. Make up for a lot of the food I bought. Except for his money I'm not getting because I'm just letting my friend come with me. He'll probably throw down some gas money though. But yeah, it's I've been talking a really long time about this, and I have to get ready for work soon, and I still gotta show the stuff I got when we were out thrifting earlier, because we did have some fun thrifting. I'm just really disappointed with everything. I'm just like really sad. Just really disappointed. Fucking emotional. So how many times can I cry on camera? Too many. Jeez. It's like I'm trying so hard. I am not a person who just like gets over love or any of that. I still have people I love that shit didn't come to fruition. Thinking about a specific person, I still have love for that person. I still feel sad about that situation, and that was 2015. So yeah, I hold on to stuff. And maybe my heart's too big. I don't want to say I love too easily. It's like I have a big heart, and it's like if I have this connection with somebody, like, just, it's a very specific thing for me. And it's very special to me, and I fucking hate it when nothing comes of it. Or it doesn't go the way I want it to. It's very shattering. So I don't know. I feel like I've definitely talked about this for a long time. And I don't know. Mostly rambling and being sad, and I don't know. I guess I'll show the few things that I got while we were out today. Like, he picked up some random stuff for random projects and all that, and I found some more baby heads, and I found couple random things like this vest, which is cool and sparkly. I found some like little cute mini stuffed animals. Like, I think I'm gonna try and do something, like, I have some other ones in here, but I have I have a lot of project ideas. Now it's just like trying to find the energy in me to do things. Like, it's like I want to do so much, and then I just, like today, just want to lay down and fucking cry my eyes out. I found this vintage Hello Kitty She definitely needs to be OxyCleaned and washed real good, but she is from, I think it's 1983? Yep, 1983. This would be my oldest Hello Kitty. But yeah, you can tell she is dingy as heck. She needs to be OxyCleaned, like, in the worst kind of way, but most people probably looked at her and thought she was impossible, like me. But I know she can be cleaned up. I've cleaned up a lot of kitties that look just as bad, so she might need a little extra scrubbing or love, whatever. I mean, I can relate. Other stuff I found this like brand new lingerie set. It's like a Kohl's lingerie set that fits me. It has like a thong and all that. I'm still gonna wash it just because of the stuff it was in. But yeah, I found this little cat that just scared the shit out of my cats. Doogie does not know what to do with that. I found these animals that look like they're on drugs. I don't know. They look high. I want to do something with them. Baby dolls. There's more of them in there somewhere. I'm just kind of like trying to... They're in my other bag. I'm just trying to go through this stuff as quickly as possible because I actually do have to get ready for work, and that fucking... I'm just gonna be an emotional piece of shit today. I found this cover, which I like this fabric. I think it'd make a cute skirt. Little bear. Just a little over whatever the heck you call it. Kitty head. Just a little lacy top. Little dress. Is this part of it? No, this is a shirt. Just a little button up. Oh no, my cat's trying to eat the strings. Come on, baby. A scarf. More baby doll stuff. I just kind of like it's all mixed together. Just like a lot of stuff really needs to be cleaned. A fairy tale doll. More arms. This little green shirt. Oh my god, my cat's attacking. More baby doll stuff. I found a alpaca. Alpaca. This is like pretty exciting actually. I was like, oh my god. There's a couple more things. More baby. Little Boon Boon. He's really cute. Legs. Another like nightgown lingerie thing. Also has a tag on it. It's a Victoria's Secret. My cat, it wants to destroy everything. And this is the last thing. It's just like a little shirt. Come on, kitty. She just keeps getting her claws stuck in stuff. I need to trim her again. Anyway, that's everything. I have to get ready for work. I'm a fucking emotional wreck. Subscribe if you want. I post random shit.